So you just downloaded Exos Heroes. You looked up a tier list and you're wondering, hey, I want those characters. And you're wondering, how do I get the best characters in the game? Well, that's what this video is for today. I'm going to break down every single method on how to get every different major character and the way I did it, okay? There's a few different methods, and before we go into anything, I need to make one quick correction on the previous video. I need to make an apology. I am somewhat new to this game. I'm one day in. You cannot pull Bathory from selection. You can pull everything else I listed, which is the Anastasia, Burnett, Baraka, all that. So if you've seen my previous video, which says get the perfect start in Exos Heroes, the perfect start is the exact same thing I was talking about, just instead of running Bathory, you ran Anastasia or Baraka or whoever you really want out of those ones, okay? So just to get that clear. However, in this video, I am going to show you how you can get Bathory, Rochelle, and all the other characters that don't show up on that selective ticket list. If you rode for a while and you're like, I didn't get the one I wanted, maybe it's because they're not on the list, and that's what this video is going to solve, is how to get them. So without further ado, let's get right into that. Okay, so there's a bunch of different characters in the game that you're really going to want to try to eventually get your hands on. Namely, Bathory. It tends to be the best character in the game, highly rated. If you get the non-fake core version, she's still one of the best characters in the game. If you happen to get lucky and get the fake core version, then congratulations, you pulled, the god herself. That being said, there's also characters like Rochelle, who's had fairly high ratings on tier lists around the internet, and people on the Korean server were using, which was released before this, and you can't get him either from the selection. So from the very beginning, when you get those free ones, you can't get either of these two characters. Now, this is the fake core version, and there is ways to try to get these characters focused when you're doing polls, and that's what we're going to talk about. So there's a few ways you can get them, okay? One is, what we're going to show you here, is the very first way is there's the standard recruit. Now, I'm going to go over the ones everyone needs to know, which is the basic ones, and we're going to go over them quickly. Okay, it's just the premium recruit. You can just do the normal polling characters. Obviously, we're not going to spend time talking about this. It shows up here. There's Rochelle, the faded version. Then you can have the Execruciator Battle, his faded version, 0.2%. That's not really what you're looking for here in terms of an answer. You can get them from the polls. What you're trying to figure out is, how do I get them selected? How do I get the ones I wanted? And what is this? I haven't seen this. Maybe you haven't seen this before. You see how I can actually pick Bathory, and then Bathory is now the special product where she is going to show up. You can actually pick some of these characters like Rudely, Garf, etc. And then when you go to do a poll, like for instance, I'm doing Garf at the moment, right? Okay, I'm going to do a poll, and now the chance of getting this character is higher, right, than if I did just the normal 10 premium poll, because she's the premium in this poll list. So you can kind of focus it down. You see how I skip through? I'll do one more for you here, and we'll just see if we can get anything that's not a 3-star here, just for the sake of the video. And you can see it kind of narrows down the list to the people that are on the list. You can't pull anybody that's not on the list, right? And that's how I was able to get Rochelle. You can get Bathory that way. But if you just started the game and you see it isn't there, you don't have that option to only select certain characters, that's because you haven't got to the portion in the game that lets you do it yet. The first thing you're going to want to do when you play this game for sure is go through and play the campaign, because as you're playing the campaign, it's going to unlock more and more options for you. And one of the options it unlocks is called String of Creation. So String of Creation unlocks after I believe it's chapter 4 of the campaign. So get through, if you're still doing the campaign, go through, get it unlocked, and then you can go through and you can select which heroes you want to work on. Now I'm going to read this for you. String of Creation re-enables you to load and use a previous string of creation without a time limit. Strings of creation may be added to your strings of creation re-list at different times. The loaded string of creations start from the beginning, regardless of your previous progression with it. Only X can be used for recruiting heroes on the loaded string of creation. No step-up rewards, no magic erasures can be used. You can only load one string at a time. Strings of creation that have been loaded and closed can only be reloaded before a new one is loaded. Afterwards, they can no longer be loaded. Okay, you got it? So basically what's happening is you make progress through the strings of creation as you're polling, and when you're finished with it, you can mark it as closed. You can see here, if I go and I want to change it, I want to do this one. Can't start if another strings creation used. So if you go here and you say finish, you would type in close, and the other recruitment can be selected when you finish. Recruitment can be stored until you proceed with another recruitment. Basically, you can hold this one until you're done with it, and then you can move on to the next one. Now, obviously, I haven't done Bathory or anything because I don't really need the Bathory character. And Rochelle, I actually completed already. So if you look here, where is Rochelle, right? Well, I was able to beat that one already, so now it's gone because I completed him, and when I click close, it closed out. Now, these rotate, meaning with different times, these will be open. So in 40 days, 26 days, etc., you can get a chance at getting these additional characters if you want to go for them. What I highly recommend doing is getting your hands on Bathory and Rochelle as soon as you can. Garf and Rudely are both good too. I mean, they have top tier characters here, and you can post some fake cores as well. Me personally, I'm probably going to continue trying to go for Garf. If you look at me here, I've done a couple poses already. I think this is the next character I personally want, so I've been going for it. Whether or not it's worth it in terms of the actual in-game cost is up to you. It's a pure gamble when it comes to these summons, but there's another way that you can try to get your character guaranteed, where it's not a gamble just based upon how much you've spent, but you can only really pick one character for sure. You see, I've been wasting these, that's 2,100 spent during this video, and I didn't get any 5-star, right? That's kind of a bummer. There's a guaranteed way you can do it with the cumulative purchase, which I talked about in the other video. This is how I got my Bathory, and you can also get Rochelle this way, etc. If you do a max out spinning, you can select the 5-star faded hero to obtain it. Garf, Rochelle, Bathory, etc. These are the top tier characters in the game. So you would have to purchase up to 30,000 diamonds. And at that point, you have a guaranteed selection one. You can pick whatever character you didn't get. So what I would personally do is I would go through, beat the campaign as far as you can get. If you have the spare purpose, you spending money or something like that, and you want to do a recruit, you then go back to the recruit, you go to the string of collection, you figure the one you want, you do your pose for the string of creation, you get the character you want, or if you didn't get this character after a while or something, and you pull the other one you want, then you can use the guarantee for the other one. You see what I'm saying? I would do the pose first and then use your guarantee as late as possible. That way, the ones you really were not able to get, you have a little bit better luck on. Let's skip and see if we got anything here. So give you guys one more chance here at seeing if we can get anything good. And wait for it here. Oh, there we go. Just like that. Who did we get this time? Okay, it's a fake core character. I actually don't know who this character is. So we got Brooke. That's a fake core Brooke, right? No, is that legendary? What happened here? That's got to be the fake core version, right? So let's back out and go take, we got another one here. I want to go take a look at the character we just pulled. But that's basically how it works. And now, as far as I'm aware, now that we pulled that character, I don't believe we can pull that character again. So if we got the same row where, we got the chance to get another rare character, see, there we go. We got see, it's a 4-star, but we did actually get the fake core version. So now that means I'm probably going to have to... Interesting. I thought when you got fake core, you guaranteed the 5-star. Maybe you don't get it with this version, okay? The string of creation, that's something there. But you see here how it says done. Okay, you see how this one says done. That's because now we just pulled it, and if I pull again, I'm not going to get her. It's going to be another one of those or the commons, etc. So the chances of getting the rare one goes up as you pull them. You will get a more and more chance if you do pull, in fact, a rare or 5-star, etc. You'll only be able to get the ones that you haven't gotten before. So it's best to try to complete them all the way through if you are, in fact, going to do your pulls. That way you're kind of not wasting. I probably should have gone back and completed the Rochelle one when I pulled it. I didn't, and that was really my fault for wasting it. Now, since we're doing a couple dopamine pulls here, I would be remiss not to tell you that there is, if you look here, pull up the characters here. If you go with a fake core, okay, and you see this guy here, there is a bonus pull if you're trying to get this fate pull, okay? So if you're trying to get this guy in particular, there is a bonus pull currently under the recruits, same kind of deal, but under the fake core chance increase, if you look on this one here, you scroll down, where is it? Go Xeon, we're looking for Xeon, okay? The chances of, there it is, right there. Look at the chances, 0.5%. That's way higher than any of the other. Kyra Mobile, my buddy, who's also playing this game, got him on the first tempo also. So you do have a chance to get it there. And if you do 28 tempos and you don't get him, you're guaranteed to get him too. So if you're seeing people with this character, that's why after a certain point, you're going to just straight up guaranteed to get him if you do enough pulls. But keep in mind, it's boosted for that poll, whereas this one, it's nice and even for everybody. So you have a chance of getting any of these characters, where the other one, it is boosted for this fake core. Now, that's going to answer the question as far as we go with Rochelle, with Bathory. So now what about these other characters like Anastasia, Bernetta, Baraka? Well, that's the one where you're going to use your selective pull as early as possible. And you're just going to reroll right in the beginning of the game. So right when you start the beginning of the game, if you see my other video, you do get a selective pull where it lets you reroll. And you're really looking for Anastasia. She's the best healer in the game. If you're wondering what heroes to kind of keep your eye out for and take a peek, you are for sure. I'm going to show you here my heroes. You're looking for this guy, Rochelle, especially fake core version, any of these. You're looking for Bathory, the Xeon Rude guy. He's the guy I was talking about where he has a kind of a bonus chance to pull him. It's pretty good. Anastasia is your healer. You're looking for her for sure. Baraka is kind of like a farmer slash finisher. He goes and finishes people up when they have low health. This guy's, you don't really need to worry about this guy, but he's kind of nuts. I haven't figured out this chick yet, Sabrina, yet. I'm going to test her out and see if she's any good. And we just pulled this character, which is our first 4-star that's also a fake core. So that's kind of new. I didn't know that was, I thought for sure it always gave you a 5-star when you got a fake core, but I guess not with the pose. So you're looking for that. Shati is a pretty good tank. If you pull her, congratulations on that. But I would highly recommend you're looking for these two. And when you're using your pulls after you get String of Creation, you're going to want to save all of your currency. That way you can do these poses for these two. That's my personal opinion. That's what I've learned so far, but I'm learning more and more every day. So the next video after this one, hopefully I'll be even smarter when it comes to this game and give you guys better information. So subscribe if you want to see more Exos Heroes videos. I'm going to be doing a video every single day on this game. I'm trying my best to learn quickly for you guys. Excuse me if there's any false information, as I'm doing my very best to learn quickly so I can spread helpful information, and I will get better every day. I appreciate you guys very much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.